Namaste. I'd like to welcome you to this mindful yoga chair class. We're going to start with a little meditation sitting in the chair. So I invite you to sit nice and comfortable and even on your sit bones and hips, bringing the flesh back behind us so that we're right at the back of the chair and our spinal column can rest against the chair. And we'll bring our arms, bending them gently at the elbows to place the palms flat on our thigh bones. We're arriving into our meditation. We want to have our feet flat on the floor and the legs parallel from the hips, knees, the ankles, and the toes. We're going to rest our head right on top of the spine. Maybe just give your head a little wiggle and make sure you're not falling forward. We want to keep the forehead, nose, the throat and heart and tummy all in a line. So sometimes it's nice to just tip the chin down slightly and we'll feel the spine lengthening right at the upper neck to the base of the skull. You might want to close the eyes now or just rest the eyes downward at a point just beyond your knees. Or let the eyelids gently rest over the eyes and coming into that sweet darkness inside the body. Taking a long breath in through both nostrils, filling up the face, the chest and belly, the back and front of the torso. And exhaling, maybe opening the mouth. Maybe taking a little sigh on that exhale to let the tension and the stale air out of our organs and our muscles. Another time, breathing in and breathing out. Stale air coming out of the mouth, of the lungs, of the tummy, maybe even pulling the tummy in a little bit as we push the wind, the stale air out of the body. Inhale again. Feel that fresh air coming into the face, relaxing any worry muscles around the forehead and the temples, the cheekbones, softening any tension out of our jaw, any tension out of the throat, filling the torso with that fresh inhalation and exhaling all the way out. Or maybe pushing the air out. Wonderful. So we're going to keep that breathing in our awareness. So keeping the mind linked with the texture and the quality of breathing really builds our mindfulness practice of being right here in this moment with the good-heartedness of ourself and trusting with each breath to take this moment. Sometimes it's helpful to say the words, "May I be at ease in this moment," even if there's challenges, which there inevitably is. We're going to take the head first, and we're just going to do a little exercise to strengthen and also relax the muscles that support the head. So if you're comfortable here, just allow the head to tilt forward. So we're not leaning off the chair, just tilting the chin down and feeling the stretch right up to the base of the skull as the shoulders melt down. You might want to wiggle the toes, just feel the feet, wiggle the fingers, connect with the whole body as we breathe here. Loving kindness, inhale and thanking the body, letting go or letting be on the exhale, releasing stale air out. On your next inhale, lift the head slowly and gently back on top of the spinal column. So eyes can be gently open or closed at any point here. Whatever is most comfortable for you is great for your practice. Exhale it all the way out. Let the shoulders stay soft and tip the head without leaning, just tilting. And think of the chin and the ear tilting. Opening up the side neck, the trapezius muscle. Big breath in and out. See where the shoulders and the upper back can relax downwards, and bring the head back on top of the spine. And maybe just do a little movement. Sometimes I like to do a little circle with the nose the size of just a grape. Nice circle in both directions, or a nod, or a little no. And again, just putting the head, the weight of that 6 or so pound, 5 or 6 pound weight back on top of the spine so that we're not leaning forward. Shoulders relax, loving kindness right down into the heart and belly. As we see that line, we just tilt, bring the chin one direction, let the ear drop down towards the shoulder. And let's pause for a nice soothing breath in. Down the nostrils, down the windpipe, past the lungs, filtration, and into the abdominal cavity. Breathe into the low back and belly, exhale. Bringing the head back on top of the spine, bring the chin, bring the forehead to center, and again, just like a bobbly head, that hula dancer on the dashboard, and how the body just wobbles. Let the head do that. Swivel and pivot, nod and shake. Nice big breath right into the upper chamber. The shoulders, the rib cage, the upper back fills. Let the sigh happen on the exhale, that vibration of sound, relaxing the body of tension. One more time. Nice big breath in and vibrate it out. Open the mouth on the exhale, a little smile. Really good job. Okay, so next we're going to come into our forward fold. We're going to come off the chair now, bring the back up. So you're lifting the spine nice and tall. The legs still even, feet flat on the floor. And we'll bring the elbows out like a bulldog as we draw the tummy in. So we're going to support the spine, getting nice and long. We're in a push-up pose here, planting our hands on our thigh bones. And we're pulling the heart forward like it has a string on it. And then we're laying the spine down like a long cord, like a rope, right through the belly, rib cage, shoulders. Let's look down to our toes, and if it feels okay for you, bring the hands down to the feet. Let the shoulders relax and the head hang. Again, maybe a sigh as we hang out here, squishing the abdominal organs like a little massage. This is great for detoxification, elimination. And give the tops of your feet a little squish. Just push on the big toe mounds. You might just gently feel the warmth of the hands on the tops of the feet as you push down over those gentle bones. So those are quite small bones in the feet, so don't push too hard, but let's bring our fingertips to the insides of the ankle bones, our tarsal bones. They're quite large. So we're going to do a circle around those bones. We're going to take our fingertips and we're going to swirl around those ankle bones, just soothing the nerve system around those joints. Big breath in. This is coming up from the soles of the feet, and in acupuncture, meridians we're running over the kidney, liver, and spleen. So we're going to come and paint our fingertips up the insides of the legs to the inside of the knee, coming back to that push-up or bulldog with the elbows evenly out to the side. You can draw the elbows back behind you as well to feel the back engage. Lengthen the spine through the head. Start to look forward. Tummy's drawing in as we push into the hands, push into your thigh bones like a push-up, helping the weight of the torso coming up, sitting back onto your hips. As we come up tall, take a big breath, opening the tummy, releasing the stomach, the bowels, the intestines. Big breath in and out. Lots of oxygen after we just did that compression, and we're going to continue to sweep up those meridian lines, kidney, liver, and spleen for detoxification. So slide your fingertips like paintbrushes from the insides of the knees, insides of the thighs. Let's draw those lines a couple times over the nerves, and we're just really using the skin, the tactile sensation of that largest organ. Bringing the hands back. Now we're going to take the pads of the hands and just gently push down right where the thigh meets the torso. So pushing down. Nice bit of pressure on these nice big muscles. Don't be shy. Sometimes there's a little pop or a crack in my lower back when I do this because I have one hip that gets a little tighter than the other. Lots of breath in and out. Maybe a little sigh as those tissues release what's not needed. Wonderful. And once that feels complete for you, we'll come back to seated. Relax the shoulders, little wiggle. Draw the tummy in for support and lengthening the spine. Root the feet onto the earth. Let's take the paintbrushes of the fingertips and go over the crease of the hip, so where the legs meet the torso. Sometimes just even a little swirl in that big joint. Again, soothing the nerve system, reminding the body to release tension. And also, this is a way of connecting the body. Oftentimes we live up in the head, so really dropping our mindfulness down into the sensation of hips, and then drawing those lines, moving our fingertips up the chest. And we're going to end by bringing the elbows down and fingertips into those divots right under the collarbones. So we'll feel that little spoon shape. And from here, let's cross the hands. So we now have a cross, an X over the heart. And we're going to bring our fingers back to those spoon-shaped divots, and we're going to circle, breathing in and out. Circling the kidney points. Maybe you want to close the eyes. I'm going to take a few more breaths here. Breathe right down the back into that low back hip area where the kidneys are located. Detoxification of our blood system. Remineralization through our inhalation. Just think of all the water in our body, the lymph system sparkling clean. Big breath in and all the way out. Really good. So the reason we cross over is because one hemisphere of the brain controls the opposite side of the body. So we just hook up the shoelaces of that nerve system, feeling more balanced. Let's take the hands and just relax the wrists and fingers like we're just plugged in. And now we're taking any stale electromagnetic energy and flicking it off the fingers. Sweep the arms like we were sweeping some water off the body. We don't have a towel, we're just sweeping the hands, sweeping the palms and the backs of the hands, and then the fingers. Get all that stale energy off. And placing the hands back onto our thighs. Let's make sure that we're right at the back of our chair. We can adjust the flesh back from our seat and sitting with our back supported on the back of the chair. Relax deep into the elbow joints and soften to the wrists and fingers, resting the hands on our lap. Make sure the teeth are unclenched. Maybe a gentle smile into the eyes, corners of the eyes melting. And bringing that smile of loving care, our good-heartedness, and warming the heart space and letting that spread with the breath down into our abdominal organs. So any tension that we could release, even 5 or 10% more. Let's soften in those soft belly organs of digestion and elimination. Stale air out and fresh sparkling energy in on the inhalation. Let's rest here in the waves of breath, bringing our mind to a still point inside our body. So even though the waves of breath come and go, we can rest the mind at center and then just relish in the spaces between the breath. Pausing at the bottom of the exhale. Find that still point before the inhalation grows to the top of the breath, finding the still point again. Clarity, calm in the mind, and then watching the breath beautifully exit the body, just like waves of the ocean flowing in and flowing out. Let's do that again, watching and being right inside your breath. Yoga Sutras state that clarity in the mind is found in the still points, the top of the inhalation, the bottom of the exhalation. Beautiful. The practice of mindful presence is coming back to this moment over and over again. So let's do a little twist now. Sitting up in the chair, lengthening through the spine. Relax the shoulders, relax the face, give ourselves a little inward smile, and draw the tummy in, crossing the hands over to one thigh, keeping the lower body as it is, and turning the heart, turning the head. You don't have to turn too far. Feel the twist with the torso right in the waist, and pause, relaxing the gaze to a still point in the room, or closing the eyes. Breathing and softening. Breathing in, and notice if the body says that it can turn just a little bit more. Micro movements. Maybe the shoulders turn. Maybe the head turns a little bit more. And taking your last breath here. Inhale. Lengthen the spine right up through the crown of the head. And gradually turn the head first, and then the shoulder girdle, the rib cage, and the tummy comes forward. Relax the back against the chair, soften the shoulders and face, and take a soothing breath at center. Wiggle the fingers and toes, staying with the body, keeping the mind centered on what's happening with the breath. Inhale, inhale, lengthen the spine. Let's come off the back of the chair. And tummy pulls in as we rotate. Hands to one side, keeping the low body anchored to the chair, but turning in the spine, turning chest, turning heart, turning head. And wherever the body resists, don't force, just wait there. Be that observer. Mindful presence, breathing, pausing at the bottom of the breath, pausing at the top of the breath, checking in with the body, asking what is needed now. Do I stay here? Is it enough sensation, comfortable and steady? Or do I twist a little more, just pivoting the shoulders or the head and feeling just a little more squeeze or twist in the joints and the muscles of the spine, torso, the shoulders, the neck. Beautiful. Stay with your practice of breathing. When you're ready, slowly draw a straight line with the nose, pivoting the head, pivoting through shoulders, turning, articulating the spine back to center, rib cage, the tummy, belly button, and resting here. Gentle smile inward to your own heart center, to your own personality, enjoying your own company. Long inhale into the belly. Let's really soften in the tummy. Let that stale air out. Let all those muscles that we just rang out in our twists really soften and relax, feeling appreciated. Big breath in. And a little pause at the top of the breath and all the way out to the bottom of the breath. Pull Uddiyana Bandha. It'll lift through that low tummy in towards the spine. Stale air out and making room for fresh inhalation. Really good. So we are going to walk the hips forward now. So we're going to take one hip forward, one thigh bone forward, walking the hips towards the front of your chair. So you can do big steps with the hips, or you can do littler steps. I'm going to do this a couple times, moving my sit bones and my hips forward and back. You're going to feel your low back a little bit, right down around the sacrum area, your low spine, lumbar back. And we will all end up walking to the front edge of our chair. We're going to sit with the hips nice and grounded. Bring the feet together. And we're going to just scoop the hands, clasping under the thigh and reaching one leg all the way out to point and flex. Point and flex. And point one more time. Lengthen through the thigh. Maybe we can even hold that leg out for a moment. And release the ankle. Let it turn in one direction a few times and in the other direction. Good job. Unwind and bring that leg down and pull the knee towards your body. So we're nice and loosey-goosey. We're trying to fold like an accordion the leg into the body. Bring the thigh bone towards the heart, towards the belly, and give it a nice big squeeze. You may be able to wrap your arms around, hold the arms, and bow towards the knee. Big release. Try not to overstress the body. Find comfort here. Pull that leg inward. We do have a little squeeze like we're hugging somebody that we love really tight. And it's our leg. A little compression, last breath here. We pull that thigh bone in towards the hip, in towards the spine, and release it down to the floor. nice and gentle. You can help the leg down. I like to give a little gentle stomp on the foot now. Tap the floor, tap the heel, and then go to the edge of the foot, and then the toe mounds, getting a little tap, go to the inside of the foot and back to that heel. And you can go in a circle a couple times if that feels good, or do the whole foot like a drum, drumming gently to the earth. Waking up, big breath in and out, and plant the foot down. Stand up tall in your spine as though the sit bones were rooted to the earth. And then open and close the leg. So our femur bone, our thigh bone, is moisturizing and moving in the hip joint. Lots of space. Let it open and close. Bringing the knee back towards center when you're ready. And let's sit up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders, plant the feet. And let's scoop under the other thigh bone, clasp the fingers. Let's lift that leg up. You can use your tummy muscles and your thigh muscles to reach the leg out. We're going to point and we're going to flex. Push the heel and point the toes. Push the heel and then point the toes, opening the ankle, and then we can do circles. Winding and unwinding, going in the other direction, breathing and lovingly looking at your beautiful foot and toes. Great, and then we'll fold inwards. So we're going to hinge. See how the hip, the knee, ankle, all hinging, tummy's coming in. We're bringing the thigh towards the heart and belly and giving a little hug. Let's plant the hands to hold yourself and relax into it as you hug, like you're hugging your best friend. Bow the head, relax the shoulders. Let's breathe here. Even though we're compressed, we're still breathing into our muscles, our joints, our organs, even the skin. One more breath. Filling with a warm-hearted, healthy glow to ourselves. And slowly lift the head. And let's bring the foot down gently to the floor. Give it a little tap. You can help and keep the hands on the leg. Tap the heel. Go around to the edge of the foot. Tap into the toe mounds. Going to the center of the foot and back to the heel. And do that as it feels good, and then stomp the heel. And this whole foot can come down like a drum to the earth. And flatten the foot on the floor. Let's sit tall, and we'll do a little open and close with our thigh in our hip joint. Moisturizing, giving space, opening and closing. Big breath in and out. Beautiful job, everyone. Let's bring the knee back to center, bring the feet to center, and planting the hands on our thighs, let the arms float down. The heart is glowing like a light, face relaxed with a little smile towards your own personality. Long breath in, long breath out. Maybe closing the eyes. Relax the arms. Plant the feet. Bring the hands over the heart. And bow your face down gently, looking into your own heart space, filling it with your mind's eye and the quality and texture of these next few breaths. Long breath in. Calming breath out. All the way through to the bottom of the breath, shoulders softening. Long breath in. Feeling the glow of your personality in your heart, warm-heartedness, long breath out. All the way through to the bottom of the breath. Pull the tummy in, stale air out one more time. Feel the whole shape and container of this beautiful body and mind. And feel your energy body, your soul, your uniqueness right here, enjoying your own company. Exhale all the way out. And slowly lift your head. Gradually open the eyes, gazing back lovingly into the room around you. And enjoy your day ahead. Thank you so much for sharing this mindful practice of chair yoga with me. And namaste. Many blessings to each of you.